In a respectable London suburb near Hampton Court lives a man who has twice been at death's door and survived to tell the tale. Derek Scull, age 66, is married with 2 children.
You seeing your mother today?
Probably will later.
He's a retired army major and now works in a large firm of lawyers.
Well, basically, I pride myself on being a fairly pragmatic, down-to-earth sort of person, but the experience that I underwent in 1978 remained etched in my memory for the last 8 years, and certainly I couldn't believe my eyes or my senses at the particular time. I had a heart attack, and I found my hospital medical authorities did everything they could for me. I was lying there in an operation robe, a mask on my face, and obviously I could see an injection of morphine or some sort of drug to keep me under control. I wasn't experiencing pain. In fact, I was feeling at peace with the world. And suddenly, I seemed to take off and float. Airborne, I suppose one would describe the word, into the corner of the room where I was able to look back, and I was conscious of lying there, and there was my own body. I thought, good gracious, what is this? In fact, I was sort of, I can describe it, I was looking at my toes on the ceiling, sort of looking over, and there was my body immediately below me. I was in the corner, left of the corner, looking down at this body, and I had a perfectly good eye view of the bed and the entrance to the wall. And then I was also suddenly conscious that outside the room there was my wife standing there in a red trouser suit talking to a nurse. My God, what an inappropriate time to arrive. I'm up there, there's the body, and what's going to happen? Something must happen. But the very next thing I was conscious of was sitting beside me was my wife in this bright red trouser suit, and I was there. I'd come down from the ceiling somehow, and there she was. This is why I know it wasn't a figment of my imagination, because it was so clear. I've given you the illustration of exactly what my wife was wearing. And I couldn't have seen her at the time, so this absolutely convinced me. And it was certainly cemented after my second heart attack when I went through a totally similar experience. And I absolutely converted to this theory that something, call it your soul, call it whatever you like, does in fact temporarily detach itself from the body, it goes to a vantage point, looks back and reviews the situation.